lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing A Nameless Witch by A. Martinez. This is a humorous fantasy novel, and as the tagline of the book says, this is a tale of vengeance, true love, and cannibalism. So this book follows a witch who isn't given a name. Not that we're not told a name, like she literally does not have a name. She was cursed. She's part of this curse that was put on her family, and the sixth child of her family is forever going to be undead. And she's the first one in her family to be born that way. Like, her parents kind of explain that they weren't sure if the curse was really a thing, so they decided to go ahead and have that sixth child. Except our main character is born undead with really sharp teeth and a craving for flesh. She really wants to eat a human. Sounds delicious to her. She spends her childhood locked up in the basement, and her parents can't even be bothered to give her a name. That's how great and attached they are to her. Our main character she has magical powers as part of her curse, so she's a witch. And witches are supposed to be ugly old crones, and our main character is actually beautiful, and that's part of her curse. She can't even be like a proper witch. But she spends a lot of time trying to disguise her beauty to look older and like have a hunch and rubs dirt in her face and tries to just look hideous. She really does try to be a proper witch. She's trying. It's hard. She can't help that she's just gorgeous, perfectly proportioned, has wonderful breasts and like gorgeous hair. She didn't ask for it, honestly. And of course, her craving for human flesh kind of becomes complicated when she's encountering other humans. She is taken in by this witch that is passing through her town and hears about her curse. And ghastly Edna takes her in. She buys her from her parents, and our witch goes to train with ghastly Edna. She becomes part companion, part servant, part student, and learns how to be a witch. And she and ghastly Edna, they're getting along pretty well for a while. She's also got this enchanted broom that has some personality. Like, not only can it move and everything, but it can, like, dance and, mime stuff. It can't talk, but, like, it totally is alive. And she's got this demonic duck called Newt, who is ghastly Edna's familiar, but he's got part demon in him. He is a little bit annoyed because he can't even look like a black duck or anything. He's this white duck. And he's trying to be intimidating and wants chaos and vengeance and all these evil things. And is always trying to push our witch to do things. And Newt is hysterical, actually. He also can talk, but unfortunately he doesn't always know when to shut up. So, I'm loving this trio. And one day, ghastly Edna is killed. And our witch sets off on this journey, this quest for vengeance to take out the people responsible for ghastly Edna's demise. And this leads her to this fort where she encounters Gorm, who is this absolutely delightful troll. He's big and brutish, but also he is so polite and so charming, and I love him. He's also great. I love watching Gorm and Newt argue back and forth too, because you've got this delightfully pleasant, pretty optimistic troll and this demonic duck that just wants to destroy everything, and the two of them together. It's really funny to watch, and Newt just gets so riled up. And while she's at this fort, she also kind of settles in, gets to know humans a little better, has her first outside interactions, has a really strong craving for human flesh. Gotta work on that a bit. And she also meets this white knight called Whist of the West. And the two of them, there's definitely some chemistry going on there. Our witch can't decide if she wants to mate with Whist or if she wants to eat him, or maybe a little bit of both, and that's her struggle throughout most of this book. And as the two of them get closer, they get to know each other, they're working together, they might actually be in love with each other. And that's kind of interesting because Whist, if he should ever lose his virtue, will lose all of his protections and will no longer be a white knight. So along the way, they end up trying to fight a horde of goblins, have to fight some magical spells and protections, and try to find out who's responsible for ghastly Edna's death. On the whole, I love this book. It is super funny and entertaining, and there's plenty of adventures and magic in it. I super love our witch and her dilemmas. I mean, I wasn't so sure about the cannibalism part of this book, but it's never too bad. Like, we don't see her devouring a human and describing it or anything, so that's okay. It was fine. The cannibalism stuff didn't bother me like I thought it was going to. It was actually kind of funny. So much fun, and I really love her and Whist. Like, the two of them, they're amazing. So I really love this story. It is fun questing adventures. It has some moments with some really great satire in it, and I definitely adore it. So this one was totally worth it. It's great. Some of it is situational comedy, like the certain things they have to go up against. Some of it is like Newt and Worm fighting back and forth, or eventually Whist also starts kind of prodding Newt, so I love that. Their final battle and the person who is responsible for Ghastly Edna's death is both exciting and funny, and it's great. I really enjoyed A Nameless Witch by A. Martinez. I have loved all of his books that I've read so far, so I totally recommend him both this book, but also like all of his works. Totally, if you guys love humor and fantasy, check them out. So if you guys have read this or other books by A. Martinez, let me know in the comments below what you thought of them, and did you love this one too? Feel free to help me out and like, share, and subscribe. And peace out. I love you guys. I keep reading. Bye.